Hey folks, it's Mark Daniels here with your daily execution tip. Data in every meeting. Yes, bring data to every meeting. In God we trust, all others must bring data. Great quote from W. Edwards Deming. It reminds me of an experience I had way back in 1991. I had just started at a company called Verityper, and I was heading up a new division there at Verityper called Pre-Press Direct. Well, the CEO of the company asked me if he could sit in on a meeting. And I said, of course, Bob, yeah, join us. So this was Bob Trenkamp, and he became my mentor over the years, and I learned so much about business from him, but a lot about meetings. And over the next few weeks, I'll talk about some of the teachings I got from Bob over the years. But at this particular meeting that he joined, I said something and he said, hey, Mark, do you have the data to back that up? And I said, no, not with me, Bob, but I can certainly run a report and I'll bring it next week. With that, he stood up, walked out of the door. Then he leaned his head back in and he said, oh, by the way, I'll be back next week, but please bring the data. So in God we trust, but all others must bring the data. You know, meetings without data are pointless. You need to bring data into the meeting. And in these days, you can use very nice dashboard programs, whether it's a dashboard software, where it's an Excel chart. Bring the data into the meetings. If you're meeting online, if you're using Zoom meetings or other form of meeting online, make sure you have the data that you can quickly bring up and display on everybody's screen. I don't care whether your dashboard is software, whether it's generated from Excel charts, whether it's a whiteboard. Hey, back in 1979, 80, 81, that's exactly what I used. I used a whiteboard. And every morning I'd have a stand-up meeting with my key staff, and we'd look at the numbers from yesterday and put in fixes. So I don't care if it's a handwritten flip chart. You have to have accurate data at your meetings. And the data that you're tracking, it's so important that you're not just simply measuring outcomes. You know, results and outcomes, are what happened in the past. Measuring outcomes is a common mistake. If you're looking at a dashboard that has got dollar signs on it, it's most likely measuring outcomes, and it's most likely not tracking forward-looking metrics. Don't be looking in the rearview mirror. You can't fix what's happened behind you. You need to be fixing forward-looking metrics. And what I mean about that, you need to track the metrics that matter. Leading metrics are like this. You have a salesperson. You don't want to be looking at the percentage of quota achievement. You want to be looking at how many phone calls did they make. Of those phone calls, how many demonstrations did they book? How many demonstrations did they give? How many of those demonstrations led to a proposal? What's the proposal conversion rate? The sales number will happen if you start to push those other four leading metrics. That's why I call them leading metrics. These are metrics that will lead to the result that you're looking to achieve. These are numbers that drive the behavior you're looking for. So make sure when you are looking at numbers in a meeting that you're not looking at the end, you're looking at the leading metrics. Finally, metrics in meeting, it ties everything together. When you have numbers in meetings, it really provides you the leverage you need to create the accountability and drive the execution that you're looking for. You can say to somebody, hey, you felt these numbers were achievable at the beginning of the quarter, and we've fallen behind. What can I do to help? What seems to be the roadblock? Bringing data into meetings ties everything together. It allows you as a leader of that meeting to create the accountability and drive the execution you're looking for. So remember, in God we trust, all others bring data. Hey, this is Mark Daniels from ResultsBI. And remember, at ResultsBI, We make strategy execution easy.